Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm. In the last episode, we arrived at Rachel's house, but we were caught by her parents, and they have asked Chloe to stay for dinner. Rose seems lovely. Rose seems like a genuinely sweet person. James, I get kinda icky vibes from. He seems... I'm gonna be honest, he seems too much like Rachel. Or would it be that Rachel seems a little bit too much like him? Either way, he seems like someone you really shouldn't trust.
Hi, Rose. Your husband's cheating on you. Pass the ketchup.
Oof! Oof!
Hey there, Mrs. Amber.
Chloe, I'm so glad you're joining us tonight.
See, she seems so pleasant.
So, Rachel was pretty awesome tonight.
She sure was. And I imagine whatever trick the two of you pulled to get her back on stage was even more dramatic than the play.
We can be very persuasive together.
Persuasive. Yes, that's a word for it. I get the sense that you're a force of nature yourself. I can see why the two of you get along so well.
You can? Because it still seems crazy to me.
Rose? Oh, I don't know what to make of that. Rose, I think she's aware that she is in a house with two very forceful people. Because that is a word I would use to describe James and Rachel. They are forceful. They want to get their own way. They think they know best. And I think the fact that Rose hasn't gone insane, the fact that she hasn't pulled her hair out and said, you know what, balls to a lot of you, I'm out, fuck this, and then jumped through a window, I think that says something about her personality. I'm not entirely sure what. I think she's a pleasant person, but I also think she's one to watch. I think when you're in a situation with two very forceful people, you need to learn to be secretive. You need to learn not to be noticed so that you can do your own thing. The play.
What did you think of the play?
Rachel was typically amazing, but I never liked The Tempest. What did you think of it?
To be honest, I only really read a couple pages. Theater's not really my thing. I guess I'm not so into saying words someone else came up with.
Fair point. Then again, I'm not sure you can judge the entire art form based on the dead white men your curriculum focuses on.
Damn. Shots fired, Shakespeare.
Fair point. Very fair point. The school system does tend to focus a lot on rich white dudes, which you're missing out on so much history if you just look at rich white dudes.
Integrity, honesty, loyalty.
What?
It's on your lawn.
Oh, right. Sorry. I guess I'm still getting used to being an elected official's wife.
Oh no. I feel so awkward. What do we say? Both of these are terrible options. They're both awful, because strong words is gonna be like, strong words, honesty, integrity, loyalty. Are you sure he has those? And married life is gonna be, so how's your marriage? Are you sure your husband isn't cheating on you? Oh God. Chloe, please have tact. Please have tact. Here's the thing, I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know what's going on in their marriage. So Chloe, have some tact, please.
What's it like being married to the DA?
Much like being married to anyone else, I imagine.
But with a lot more secrets, right?
Secrets?
Like attorney-client privilege and all that.
Well, as district attorney, he brings cases against criminals on behalf of the state. He doesn't defend them.
Of course not.
For a minute then, my heart leapt into my mouth, but Chloe, I think you saved that relatively good. Okay, good job, chicken. Good job. How do we set the table? What do we need?
So, you putting me to work, or what?
Yes. If you could please take 4 plates from the cupboard and set them on the table.
What if I can't?
Excuse me?
You said if I could. Never mind.
You're a riot, Chloe.
All right, Chloe. You've set the table without ruining someone's marriage before. Piece of cake.
Well, there's a first time for everything. You know what? Let's see what's in here.
No skeletons. Lots of shiny dishes, though.
Oh, hello. Oh, that's kind. That's kind of him. Hey, Price. Sorry about what I said earlier. You were only trying to help. No way. I'm sorry, Drew. I had no idea what to do. That was so fucked. It's okay. Mikey's alright. I'm alright. Also, he says thanks. Tell him I say hey. Will do. I'm glad Mikey seems to be doing okay. I'm glad that he didn't get too badly hurt. That was a really fucked situation, let's be honest. So we have these. Or can we use these? Which plates do we want to use?
Glasses. Damn. The ambers are fancy as shit.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Never realized that getting drunk could be so complicated.
True, I do tend to just drink out of bottles because I'm not classy in the slightest. Let's grab the plates.
It's off to the table with you.
There you go. Don't slam them though. Don't slam the door. What I was gonna say before, Rose, she definitely has a sternness to her. She's not gonna put up with anyone's shit. Oh, and Mom. I still think that's a shitty thing to say. I still don't like that. Chloe, Justin Williams' mom just called me. Were you in the play tonight? I would have liked to see that. That is so loaded. I would have liked to see that. Nice bit of guilt tripping there. Kinda just happened. I know it was last minute. I'm glad you're doing well. It would be nice to see you tonight. Are you coming home? Please, Chloe, I miss you. I don't think Joyce is intending to guilt trip Chloe. I think she's just communicating badly. To be very honest, I think this is maybe the only way Joyce knows how to communicate, and that's not her fault. You know, shitty communication skills, they get passed down, you know, through the generations until someone goes to therapy and learns how to communicate decently. Like that's generally what happens in families like this. So I don't think it's Joyce's fault that she's saying things that are a bit dodgy, but still, she's an adult. She's an adult. She should know better. Please, Chloe, I miss you. You've made Chloe's home into an unlivable situation for her. I keep saying this. Everyone is being shitty. everyone is being shitty. No one is behaving well. And I've said that so many times. And I will keep saying that. I will keep saying that until Joyce listens. Which will be never. Okay, we got the plates.
Yes, Chloe?
Yeah, what next?
Plates? Check. Anything else?
Actually, could you be a dear and ask Mr. Amber what he'd like to drink with dinner?
I will be a dear. Talking to James. As long as I can avoid using the words cheating and scumbag, I should be fine.
Is it bad, my brain, when she went, I will be a deer? I was like, run out into traffic and then get ran over. That not saying Chloe, but that's what happens with deers. They hop across the road and they get rammed. My brain, no. Also, you can tell they're middle class because she's having Chloe go across. Middle class people don't raise their voice because, you know, if you're shouting, you're probably poor. So rather than just saying, oi, James, what do you want? It's like, no, I'll send Chloe and I will keep
Find
using
James,
my
see what he
indoor
wants to drink.
voice.
Got it.
Something else?
Yeah, what do you want to drink?
What's your vice, Mr. Amber?
I'm sorry?
Your wife wants to know what kind of drink you're having.
Ah, let's say sherry.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sherry.
Comical. Chloe, maybe you can help me understand something.
I'll give it a shot.
Rose and I, we're worried about Rachel. Yesterday was so unlike her. What do you suppose is going on?
Oh my god. No. Game, why are you making me feel so awkward? Why are you doing this to me? This is like my own personal hell. Oh, I'm sorry. I just dinged my mic then with my elbow. I apologize if you heard that. Oh god. This is stressing me out. This is genuinely stressing me out, mainly because I know that Chloe is such a loudmouth. I know that Chloe is such an outspoken young woman, and I'm just like, dear God, why did you never learn? You never learned when to shut up. And again, I don't mean that as a bad thing. Sometimes knowing when to shut the fuck up can save you a whole heap of bother. Trust me, because I know when to shut the fuck up. Oh God. She really fucking hates this guy. He's making Rachel miserable. He's making her... Oh, God. You could view this as, like, an attack on her. It's a very roundabout way of saying Rachel has only recently started behaving like this, and you only recently came into her life. Do you think there's a connection there? Do you think there's a connection there, Chloe? I think maybe that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, stay the fuck away from my daughter, but not be so blatant. Chloe, oh God. I don't want to do this, but I've got to go with D. This is Chloe. I think she's a bit too blunt. She hates this guy. She literally said, oh, as long as I can avoid using the terms cheating and scumbag when I talk to this guy, everything should be great. Like, I genuinely don't want to do this. I feel so awkward.
Hard to say. Maybe she's rebelling against something. Or someone.
What would Rachel have to rebel against? We've given her everything she could ask for. Yet, I'm not sure I buy the narrative you laid out this morning in the principal's office. Rachel is not known for following along with anything she doesn't want to. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have concerns about your friendship, but perhaps you're exactly who Rachel needs right now as she navigates the choppy waters of adolescence.
Thanks?
Don't say thanks. Here's the thing. I have lived a very middle class existence. My home does not look anything like this. My family is not so rich. However, I have grown up very middle class. I have lived a very privileged life, and I am very, very lucky. I speak middle class. I speak it. He did not mean that in a nice way. What he meant was she can be around a fuck up, and then she'll realize, oh, this is a fuck up way of living.
Time to report
I'd
back
better
to
not
Rose.
do that. That's what he meant. He meant that in a very bitchy way. Yeah, he's having Sherry.
Yes, Chloe?
The boss man would like a sherry.
Thank you. The glasses are in the china cabinet. You can place one at his setting.
How am I supposed to get to China? Kidding. It's the fancy-looking cabinet, right?
You got it.
Yep, the one that we opened before. God, this really is a nice house. Jesus Christ.
It's the triangle-shaped one.
Basic shapes. Now you're speaking my language.
I was gonna say, I probably could have picked that one out. Generally speaking, when you're having sherry, it's quite a small drink. Compared to, like, you wouldn't put beer in a glass, but you get what I'm saying. Like, those glasses over there, they're for wine. The middle ones, you could generally put anything in them. If you were putting alcohol, you don't really put beer
Gotta put down
in
this
glasses.
fancy-ass glass.
Yeah, I think those are just regular glasses, you know, water, milk, orange juice, whatever you be drinking, cola. And then those right there, that's for more sherry, brandy, that type of thing. No, where? Oh, he's going to be sitting at the head of the table, isn't he? Of course. Chloe! I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that, Chloe. He's right there. He probably saw. Also, I'm gonna be honest, the glass didn't deserve that. James might have, but the glass didn't. That is an innocent cup.
Yes, Chloe?
Cutlery, one would assume?
What else? Feel like I'm getting good at this.
Only one last step. As our guest, you may do the honor of lighting the candles. The lighter is in the...
It's cool. I've got my own.
Oh.
You never know when you'll need to light a candle, right?
You are a paragon of preparedness.
Thanks. I think. Time to light some candles and bless this joint up a bit.
She's turned away. She's turned away.
Finally, Mrs. Amber has her back turned. Time to fix this photo.
Frankenstein's monster or Count Dracula. Well, vampires are cooler.
Good.
I like that. That's funny. I approve of that. Okay, yeah, let's... I will admit, I do think having a lighter... Like, I think that could come in handy. You know, so, like, I don't think Chloe deserves any flack for that.
The Amber family and fire. What could possibly go wrong?
So, Chloe, Are you and Rachel in any of the same classes?
Oh god, I keep saying this makes me feel awkward, and to be very blunt, I think this makes me feel awkward because this, like I said, I speak middle class. I was raised in this environment of not so wealthy, but you know, I went to a very prestigious private school that I had to work damn hard to get into. And, you know, so I grew up. I didn't grow up. I was in high school with a lot of people who were as wealthy as Rachel. In some cases, even wealthier. I knew one girl who literally, she flew to Milan for her, for a prom dress fitting. And she was flying there every other night, and then she was coming back via her mum's private plane so that she wouldn't miss school the next day. I'm talking that level of wealth, obscene levels of wealth. However, you know, because of that, this type of situation, I know how to navigate. I know what to say. And I'm like, Chloe doesn't. Chloe doesn't, you poor, poor person. It's like throwing her to the piranhas. I'm like, I want to help and I can't, and you don't know what to say. Not anymore. We'll go with I wish. Both of these are so bad. In this situation, you ignore the fact that you've been suspended and you just talk about classes. That is the appropriate thing. You don't do either of these, but this is Chloe.
I wish. Rachel's all honors. I'm still trying to get into remedial... What's it called? Vocabulary.
What about that fire?
Dinner's really good, Mom.
Thank you, Rachel. The way the fire spreads so fast, I've never heard of anything like it.
It's scary, it's strange. It is strange. It's almost like it's responding to someone's, you know, emotions. And those emotions are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and so the fire is spreading. Also, that does look like a good dinner. Anyway. Oh, God, to be fair, either of these are appropriate. Depending on how they're worded. Either of these would be appropriate. I'm drawn to D.
It's almost surreal. They say a fire like that could only come from a crime of passion.
Passion? What does that mean?
I don't know. You tell me. 'Cause you're the DA, of course.
It's certainly troubling. The latest report from the Commissioner's office suggests arson.
Arson. Why would anyone do that?
Any number of reasons. With everything going on in the world today, even a town like Arcadia Bay isn't immune to the ills of society.
I cannot imagine how difficult these last few years have been for you, Chloe. Now that you and Rachel have become friends, I want you to know that our home is always open to you.
Cool. Thanks.
Well said, dear. It's imperative in such troubled times as these that we remember what is most important to us. Family. Family's not merely a gift, it is a responsibility. As such, those we love must be cared for and never, ever taken for granted.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Again. I got genuine vibes from Rose. I think she's like, hey, you're my daughter's friend. And whilst you may not exactly be the type of person I usually come into contact with, if my daughter cares about you, like, I care about my daughter, so fuck it. Like, you can come over whenever the hell you want. Like, I got genuine vibes from Rose. With James, that to me seemed more like he was trying to stake his claim. This is my turf. Oh, She's freaking the fuck out. I don't want to attack James. I don't want to do that. But this is Chloe. This is Chloe. And I think Chloe's like, Rachel is clearly in some distress. So I need to make the distressing thing go away. And that's her dad. Oh God.
Enough of this asshole. Rachel may have to take it, but I don't. I'm going to turn his daughter and wife against him at his own dinner table.
Oh God.
I'm not sure I agree, James.
Oh? I thought you of all people would be grateful for family, at least.
If you ask me, gratitude is just one more way privileged people tell the unprivileged that they should be happy with what they have.
That is an excellent point, Chloe. We must always be sensitive to the way our privileges shape our perspectives.
I agree.
Well said, Mom.
Still,
Very well said.
there must be some room for personal responsibility. I'm sure you agree, Chloe.
My dad was super responsible. He always drove under the speed limit. Then one day, a truck came along and turned him into a super responsible pancake.
See? This is why it's so important to invite diverse voices to converse with one another. It's absolutely stimulating.
Translation, she feels so fucking awkward.
Highly stimulating.
Since you have answers for everything, Chloe, perhaps you'd like to enlighten us with some of your hard-earned wisdom about the world.
Sure. I believe that we should look closely at everyone, especially the people in power, to see what secrets they're hiding.
Very well articulated, Chloe. I am consistently impressed with how politically aware your generation is.
Chloe is an excellent articulator.
Excuse me, dear? But if this is what passes for politically aware these days, we're in serious trouble.
James, that's unfair and also rude to Chloe.
No, I don't believe it is. It seems clear that these points Chloe is making are merely veiled attacks on me.
Oh.
Are you suggesting that I'm using some sort of incognito mode where I can keep my activities hidden? That's crazy. Don't worry, Mr. Amber. I can tell that my progressive attitude is not welcome in this house. I'll see myself out.
James, Chloe is right. You owe her an apology.
I owe her no such thing. I believe she's willfully acting belligerently just as she did this morning. It is how people like her respond to adversity.
People like her? So we're profiling now? This is what 8 months in the DA's office has taught you.
I resent that. My office is committed to fair and equitable treatment.
Yes, I've read the press releases.
Excuse me? Are you calling me a hypocrite?
Ha!
Rachel!
I can't sit here and listen to this bullshit anymore.
Rachel!
Stop it, Dad! You're a hypocrite! Okay? I know! You lying, cheating piece of shit, motherfucker!
Excuse me?
We saw you yesterday at the Overlook
James?
kissing that woman.
James.
Rachel? Honey, whatever you saw or think you saw, I know it's hard, but I need you to trust me.
Are you... You are not gonna seriously pull the, like, oh, you were mistaken. You didn't see what you, like, you didn't actually see that. It was something else. I was actually headbutting her, but with my mouth. Like, you're not gonna try and pull that.
Think we saw? Are you trying to gaslight us? There's no thinking involved. We saw you locking lips with some other woman. Best part is, she and I use the same drug dealer.
That's enough! You are not welcome here or around my daughter any longer. I know exactly what kind of person you are from the moment I saw you, and I let my wife's compassion get the better of me.
Oh?
What kind of person is
A
that?
delinquent. A broken girl from a broken home.
That's enough, James. I will not have you continue to speak to her like this.
Why can't you just tell me the fucking truth? Stop lying! Stop being a politician for 1 fucking minute! Can't you just be my dad?
Rachel, that woman you saw, that wasn't my mistress. That was your mother.
Shadows settle on the place that you left. Our minds are troubled by the emptiness. Destroy the middle, it's a waste of time. From the perfect start to the finish line. And if you're still breathing, you're the lucky ones. 'Cause most of us are heaving through corrupted lungs, setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of the lovers that went wrong, the lovers that went wrong. You'll soon forget. My eyes are down from the words you left, ringing in my head when you broke my chest, ringing in my head when you broke my chest. And if you're in love, then you are the lucky one. 'Cause most of us are bitter over someone, setting fire to our insides for fun, to distract our hearts from ever missing love. But I'm forever missing him. And you caused it.
And there we go. That is the end of episode 2. Yeah. Sarah is Rachel's mum. I think that was pretty obvious. I mean, Sarah and Rachel, if you look at their faces, they look very similar. And I'm not just talking about the hair. Like, visually, their facial features, their eyes, their noses, and their mouths all look very similar. Okay, you took the blame for Rachel, 77%. You went along with Rachel's story. So yeah, we took the blame, but we ultimately failed the back talk. You emptied your pockets at David's request, 62%. Oh, a lot more people willing to go along with that. We refused with the 38% of people. You gave the money to Damon, 35%. You stayed with Mikey, 65 flipping heck. Oh, I don't think there was a right thing to do or a wrong thing with this. Because if we would have stayed with Mikey, Drew would have gotten beaten up. But going out, Mikey got pushed and his arm got broke. So I really don't think there was a good way out of this situation. You asked Rachel for a kiss, 70%, hell yes. And 13% of people asked Rachel to get a tattoo, 17% of people asked Rachel for her bracelet. Okay, you didn't talk to Elliot about the play. You decided not to go to the play with Elliot, 17%. 48% of people wanting to go to the play with him. Flipping heck. You refused to start over, 24. 76% of people were trying. They were trying so hard, not us. You put the singing man on the dashboard of the truck, 67%. You didn't pay off your debt to Frank, 98%, but it's because we paid him off in the previous episode, so we didn't have any debt to pay off. You didn't tell Steph that Rachel was single, 85%. You didn't return Drew's money to him, 68%. I would assume that's if you stayed with Mikey, then you would have been able to give the money back to Drew. But because we went out, obviously we couldn't return the money to Drew. You told Samantha to help Nathan, 32%. 43% of people didn't give her advice. I presume they just never bothered. They never bothered with the situation. 3% of people telling her to avoid Nathan. I find that interesting. You discouraged Victoria from acting in the play. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. You discouraged Victoria from acting in the play, 17%. I dinged my mic again, my apologies. We could have encouraged her, confronted her, or tricked her. You told Rachel you'd like to go on. Okay, yeah, pretty even all around there. And wow, we were in the minority again, attacking James at dinner. 71% Rachel attacked James. Ooh, flipping heck.
Shit.
No. No, thank you. Hell is empty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these are all Shakespeare quotes. This one we actually heard in The Tempest. Oh, that last scene made me so uncomfortable. I'm just like, Chloe, you're well in over your head. You don't know how to act here, and that's not your fault, but it's making me so uncomfortable, Jesus. Oh, God. I don't know, I kind of liked how Rose, because I think at certain points she was just spouting platitudes, and when she was like, and this is why it's good to invite other types of people over, you get so many different things. I'm always so impressed by how politically savvy young people are these days. That seemed like a meaningless platitude. However, when she was actually saying, James, you're being incredibly rude to Chloe, I think that was genuine, because here's the thing. How do I put this? She doesn't seem like the type of person... No, let me word it like this. She seems like the type of person who would be more likely to, you know, like she smooths things over. Like, we sweep that under the rug, we're not going to acknowledge it, we're not going to talk about it, la 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 la. However, the fact that she actually went out of her way to disagree with her husband in front of guests, in front of a practical stranger, I think that was genuine. I think she genuinely was like, no, that's rude, you can't be saying that to her. And that little argument they got into, that seemed genuine to me. She doesn't seem like the type of lady, she seems too classy to argue in public, if you get what I'm saying. It's all heating up, and bearing in mind there are only 3 episodes. There are only 3 episodes to Before the Storm. The next one is the last one. And then we have the bonus episode, the farewell episode. But we end on the bombshell of Sarah is your mother. I think episode 3, I think it's gonna go very quick. I think it's gonna be a lot of action and it's gonna be a little bit non-stop. If you know what I mean. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Hell is Empty. And we will get started on that in the next episode. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.